Hello footy fans, another big weekend in the AFL round 16 and we kick it off with North Melbourne and Hawthorn. And how'd you be if you were the coach of the Kangaroos? He just can't enjoy his life, Brad Scott. 1 minute you're up by 5 goals, you're smoking the pipe, next minute you're down by 6 and you're in all sorts. They've got big issues. They've had some off-field dramas this week with Mad Jack Daw, and the Hawks, well, they just sail along despite their coach being under the weather health-wise. So they'll be winning again, Hawthorn, and causing more grief for Brad Scott. Saturday's game doesn't look great on paper, but it's a quintessential moment for the Richmond Footy Club, because if they lose to the informed Brisbane Lions, well, I would think that it might just about cause time out on their coach, Damien Hardwick. I know he's been contracted, but patience must be running thin at Punt Road, and this is the game that might keep his career going, for want of a better word. I think they'll win, but only just. Giants against the Crows. I'm going to tip an upset because the Crows had that massive win last week. They'll be feeling all that good about themselves. The Giants have been solid without being fantastic the last couple of weeks after those 2 wins in a row. And I just think they might sneak under the radar. I'm hoping they will because I'm loving the Giants and what they stand for. Gold Coast Suns take on Collingwood at Metricon on Saturday afternoon. And this is another one where I'm tipping an upset. The Suns are good. They are really, really good. And they're a good football team at home. Collingwood are inconsistent. They had it and almost lost it against Carlton the other night. And I think the Suns can turn it around and they'll get the jump on them and they won't let go. Melbourne take on Freo in TIO Traeger Park, and I just don't think the D's have got enough guns to stop the Dockers. Port Adelaide should be too good for Essendon at the Adelaide Oval after last week's stumble. They'll remain in the top couple of teams at the moment. Carlton will thump St Kilda because everybody does. The West Coast Eagles take on the Sydney Swans, who've won a dozen in a row all but, and they'll continue on their winning way. In the old days, this used to be a kick either way, and we remember Mickey O'Loughlin and that young man after he kicked the goal. Well, those days are gone. The Eagles are a far cry from what they used to be, and the Swans, well, they're probably better than they used to be. So the Swans will win that one. And we wrap it up with the Cats and the Bulldogs at Simmons Stadium. The Cats will win because they need to, and they're better than the Bulldogs. Let's have a look at the tips for this weekend's round of footy. The Hawks, Tigers, Giants in an upset, Suns to knock off the Pies, also a bit of an upset. Then the favourites, Freo, Port, Carlton, the Swans and Geelong.